Hello Oldhammers, Brett here from Solo Oldhammer Gaming. As some of you may know, I've been looking at doing an orc army, and I've been desperately looking online to try and find some orc miniatures that I really like. I haven't been able to do that, and I haven't found any that just give that classic Oldhammer feel. So I got a archer the other day, won him on eBay, um, and yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to be painting my Warhammer Orcs for Oldhammer for the start of a 1000 point army, and then work my way up to 3000 points of Orcs. But yeah, in Warhammer armies you have to take 20 orcs archers, 20 orc archers. You have to take those. They're compulsory troops. But yeah, I know that because it's only a 1000 point army, you can reduce the compulsories by a third. But when the army gets up to 1000 points, I thought I might as well just leave it as the 20 that I need, basically, because yeah, I need those for a 3000 point army. So best to get the compulsory troops and everything now, and then work it out that way. So all I'm doing at the moment is just putting on a base coat of wire flesh. We didn't really use base coats in that back in the day. It was a coat, and then after that, you mixed a little bit of white with whatever colour you were using to lighten it up a bit, so that way you could put some highlights on and that, and yeah, you're all away. But I might do that for like an actual, how we used to paint back in the day, for the dwarf army that I'm thinking of collecting, because that's how I started painting them a while ago now. But yeah, so I'll just get the rest of this war flesh on the orc as his base coat for his skin, and then yeah, I'll get back to you. Okay, just realised that I didn't press record. So uh, it's so hard to get good help sometimes. But I just put on a base coat of Mornfang Brown on certain parts of our orc. So I've done his pants, his boots, which we in awesome orc fashion will be steel capped. Can't expect to fight battles without steel capped boots as an orc, I suppose. So I also did his bow, just a few of the straps. They come around his front and that. I haven't done the ones at the back yet, but we'll get to those. The fur from the quiver, wood parts of the arrows. Oh, I just cannot remember what they're called. Yeah, it'll come to me one day. And yeah, so that's all the Mornfang Brown on. I'm sorry, I thought I hit record, but ended up I didn't. So struggling, but that's all right. We'll get there in the end. So the next colour I'll be doing will be a base coat of Lead Belcher. So Lead Belcher will be for his chainmail. We'll get that on, and then we can start inking stuff and putting some highlights and washes and that in. I'm going to actually change up brushes here from the flat one to more of a pointed brush, basically just so I can get in a little bit neater, because there's lots of lovely detail in here that I don't want to actually touch, and I'm conscious of trying not to get just everybody focusing on my knuckles. and it is actually hard to paint like that in front of a camera with it right in front of me. I was going to try putting it at the back, but yeah, I haven't got enough room there at the moment. So once I sort that out, then that'll be heaps better for you guys to actually see. Now, I'm not sure if I said it before, but I actually undercoated this guy in Wraithbone, and the only reason I did that was because I'm out of Chaos Black spray, but I am hoping with the airbrush that'll solve all those problems, and I'll be able to undercoat in anything I want once that's all sorted out. But it's just a matter of checking the camera, make sure my fingers aren't in the way, and then putting some paint on. Because yeah, I want this to be a good channel for you guys that have subscribed, and thank you, by the way. Thank all my subscribers for subscribing, because it actually means a lot, and I want to give you guys some good content and be the go-to for Oldhammer content on YouTube for this game that we all love or want to find out more about. So yeah, so I'll continue doing that, and then yeah, we'll be back. So we've only got a few base coats to go now. I want to do like a bone colour for his the hilt of his dagger, the ties at the underneath his pants, or gaiters, that's what they were called in the Civil War. So, and yeah, in the Fletcher's the arrows I'll probably do as a red, just something to break up a little bit of that brown. But yeah, we'll get this done and be right back. So there we go, all the lead belchers on, and happy with that. So I got his chainmail done. I'll just spin him around a bit so you guys can see. Hopefully that's still in focus, because it's actually got a bit of glare from the window today. But yeah, there he is. Looking good at the moment. So we'll get the bone base coats on. So we're going to Zandri Dust, and we'll get those on for the wraps underneath his trousers, or his pants as it all we'll call it, and just his teeth, and yeah, get that done, and all the base coats are nearly complete. Then I wanted to do his dagger as well in a bone colour, just to break it up a little bit, just to break up those browns and the silvers. Just need to check the camera to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. I never actually realised how hard it is to actually paint on camera so people can see. It's actually been eye-opening, to be quite honest, and my hat goes off to the guys that just do painting videos and that. Like, oh, yeah, unbelievable. They must have, yeah, really good setups, or they've got it down to a fine art, really, when you think about it. So yeah, just getting those wraps done. Love the characters of the old orcs, like, just, you can't beat them. And I have been looking at lots of different manufacturers, and yeah, I just couldn't find anything better than the Oldhammer GW ones, and yeah, so that's when I thought to myself, you know what, just yeah, well, it's gonna cost me a bomb to get all these guys off of eBay, and hopefully I can do some swaps and stuff to get what I need, but in the end it'll be well worth it, because yeah, these guys are just unbelievable. That's a bit watery, that looks like, oh shoot, looks like I didn't try my brush out too well then. See if I can pick a bit more of it up with the brush. I'll grab it. Okay, that's alright. This gives me an opportunity to show you guys what I do when I overwater it like that. So I just get a bigger brush that's dry, and then I just use that to pick up those colours. You can see how the brush just soaks it up. And it'll probably leave a little bit of your base coat showing through, but that's okay, because once that's dry, oh, it's so hard to just paint without thinking about whether you guys can see or not. It's a bit of a struggle, to be quite honest. But yeah, you can, once it dries out a little bit, just bloop on another thin coat, but drier. So I don't water this one down, because basically there's enough water on there at the moment, so I can spread it around, get that handle. I might get on to the arrows as well now. I'm sorry about that, I know my stupid thumb was just dominating the shot then. I am aware of it. I'm trying to fix it. But, oh dear. This is definitely a journey we take together. So, I apologise. Oh dear. This is, yeah. I'm happy with how the figure's turning out, but it's just a epic failure on shooting the video. It's just not going to plan, but oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not everything is perfect that you do in life, so there. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna oh shoot. What was that? Don't know what happened then. I don't think it was my chair, but oof, that made me pucker up, that's for bloody sure. I shit myself. But it's alright. I hope that bang come through when everybody heard it, because no, I'm swearing. So I apologise for the swearing, but yeah, we're very much a one shot, one take sort of outfit here at Solo Oldhammer Gaming. Once we work out how to edit things, then yeah, hopefully that should change. But there we go. We got his bands done. Now I haven't done the teeth at the moment, because I wasn't happy with how watery that was. So I'll go with for that I'll go with a base coat of your shanty bone, and then just a highlighter screaming skull. But we'll cross that cross that bridge when we get to it. So there he is now. He's got his base coats on. So we'll do some washing and then yeah, get stuck back in. Okay, and we're back, Oldhammerers. So I've just gotten all the base coats on and just about to do some washes. So I'll be using Agrax Earthshade for most of the brown, and Nolan Oil for any metallic parts, mainly the chainmail, and a bit of a show off here, but I'll be using this for the skin. Now this is Citadel ink, War Green. um, some of you might not have seen this ink because this was in the one of the paints that I bought. You used to be able to buy them in sets, like the basic painter's set, the Monster Ink set, I believe it was called, and that's what this come in. And I purchased that in 1989. So I'm sure some of you guys would be weren't even born yet, but so that's what I'll be using for the skin. That ink set was actually pretty good. It come with some really good inks like Vortex Blue. We'll give that a go at a later date just to see how it holds up. Skaven Brown. That's one I'll definitely be using on my Skaven because it's got Skaven in it. Looking nice. There's a Rust Brown. Lava Orange was really good. That was good for like Troll Slayers and stuff. But yeah, it's hard to believe that I got these paints in the late 80s and they're still good. Shadow Black. That was a good one for when we used to do black lining around everything just to separate colours. Hybrid Purple. That looks good for like Slanesh. Not bad at all. Plasma Red. There wasn't a plasma weapon running around without a bit of plasma red on it. Yeah, lovely. And the good old Firestorm Yellow, but yellow's one of those colours that I hate with a passion. It's just so hard to paint. But I did work out what that bang was, if you guys heard it. That was the light on my new camera rig popping. So I'm down a light. So yeah, this entire video is just going to the dogs, really. But let's get some. Watch the camera, Brett. There we go. Let's get some washes on. I'll definitely be using Agrax Earthshade for the bone parts as well. And I'm sure there's people out there that think that I glob the wash on too much, but just trying to be mindful of zooming in on my finger instead of me orc. But, yeah, definitely hat goes off to all you guys that do painting videos and can manage to not just take endless pictures of your thumb. My hat really goes off to you guys. It should be a workshop, because yeah, I do want this channel to be the go-to for Oldhammer content, like painting, rules, stuff like that. So but yeah, and that gives me an opportunity to show you guys some of the other stuff that I've done for other Oldhammer games like Blood Bowl. which I've been playing since 1988. So yeah, it was the second edition of Blood Bowl that led me down this path to Warhammer. Got Blood Bowl for Christmas one year, and yeah, that was that. Because introduced Blood Bowl to my friends, and then mowed heaps and heaps of lawns, and saved up and got the Warhammer rulebook for fantasy battles, and then eventually Rogue Trader. That seemed to be a bit popular for a bit, but yeah, all my mates still play 9th edition. You might be able to see a few Space Wolves that need rebasing in the background. That's sort of on hold while I'm getting everything done for the battle report. I've just got those forests to paint, and then we're away for a battle report. So, just the straps here. Oh dear, look at me shaking like I'm dancing. But I'll just do the fur here now. Get that done. Looking good. Although it's been a absolute struggle to get this video done. The lights popped. I keep doing close-ups of my finger. But oh dear, yeah. Like I said, we're a one-take outfit here at Oldhammer Gaming. I'll have a word to the editor, which is me. But you might have noticed that I haven't done a base coat on the end of the boots, and I said that I wanted them to be steel capped, and that's because I like a really bright colour for the boots, and I find that the brown is I'm all over the shop today. The brown is a good base for like a lighter colour, like a chainmail, or should even go to the bag of tricks and see what stuff I've got from the 80's, and yeah, do that and see what I've got, and that way it's nice and bright, because yeah, if orcs don't take care, well, I can't see orcs taking care of their clothes and things, but I can definitely see orcs taking care of their boots, because you got to be stylish when you're kicking people's edgings. So just inking the rest of that chainmail in, then I stop to make sure that I haven't just got my thumb in the shot. Boop, boop, tap there, tap there, and around to the, is that in focus? Yeah, good. Oh dear, I apologise today. I had I had visions of doing a really awesome painting video on Oldhammer orcs, and yeah, it's just turned into a oh, what the hell, you know. But we all have days on that, so but we keep climbing that Oldhammer mountain and keep going forward and see what we end up with at the end. So, and I'm hoping that it actually turns out alright. That he looks good, and oh, there's a stinking thumb in there again. That it looks good, turns out good, and I'm happy with it. So there's the, oh, I worked out what that is. It's another knife or a blade or something. So there we go, that's the Nuln Oil in. Love Nuln Oil, great colour, great wash, good shade. Just tones everything down. Like go-to is definitely Aggro Surf Shade. Absolutely love that. That's a great colour as well. But, I'm going to get it dry. shade brush. No, that's not a shade brush. I should show you guys my here we go. My setup too, eventually. I just don't know why it does that all the time. Cleaning shade brushes and they're hard. I don't seem to do that anymore since I've been putting a little bit of washing detergent in the. Ooh, okay. This should be interesting. Okay, 1980s ink on an orc. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. That's a bit different. Oh geez. That's bringing back some memories, that's for bloody sure. I can honestly say that is definitely bringing back some memories for sure. And just have to excuse me, I'm going to turn my computer on again because the phone's going flat. Hopefully that will this stupid thumb. I just can't seem to be able to do anything without putting my thumb in there. So this will that's actually settling into the recesses nicely. See, some of the stuff in the olden days was quite good. Get under there. It's definitely a different green than what you see nowadays. Definitely, like, I don't like the Age of Sigmar orcs, and yeah, I could have cried when they took them. They took the old orcs away. Now they got Urax or something. I don't know, but yeah, definitely not my style. I really love the old ones. I can't just quite remember who sculpted them though. Just Goodwin, I think. I have to double check that. But yeah, and there we go. So there's the wire flesh on. That's our wire flesh for our orc. So we'll let those inks dry, and then wow, that's totally different to what you see nowadays. And the crappy thing is that once I run out of that, that's it, I'm out. So if only I had a time machine. There we go. I hope you guys can see that. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Try that. There we go. Oh, there we go. Worked out how to zoom. There we go. And that's with the Wire Flesh Citadel ink from 1980 from the Monster Ink set, I believe it was called. But I'll double check that. You might still be able to get them on eBay, but it cost you $1,000. Some of the prices are ridiculous nowadays, but well, it's all about demand and supply and demand. So, but I do believe there is a paint manufacturer that does the old recipes. Apparently, that's what I've heard. I've never actually. I don't have any of those to have a look at, but yeah, definitely be something to check out. But yeah, we'll just let those dry. So I'll go and make a quick cuppa. We'll let them dry, and then we'll be back to start putting on highlights and stuff. But yeah, happy with how he's turning out so far, and yeah, looking good. Won't be long. Alright, so we're back. I made 2 cuppas actually, because it's a bit colder here today. So took a little bit longer than what I thought for the ink to dry, but now I'm just coming through with a little bit of scrag brown for his pants, and I'm just hitting the top parts. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to leave that nice inked out brown showing through, mainly because I really like that. But oh my goodness, it is so hard to paint in front of a camera. I never realised this before. Probably didn't even see any of that because I tilted the damn thing so I could see it. But let's have another go on the other leg. There we go. Oh, that's one hair on this brush that's giving me some stick. But yeah, just nice light coat just to catch those raised areas on his pants, like just here, just under there, but keep that awesome brown showing through, like the Mornfang brown with the wash showing through. So a bit forgiving for orc clothes as well, because yeah, they don't, I can't really see an orc taking that good a care of his clothing. Weapons and things a bit different, that's the tools of his trade, but yeah, the actual clothing parts, let's see if I can hit this without having my stupid thumb in the way. There we go. I think I achieved that. Some good detail down on these Oldhammer orcs. Love it. Absolutely love it. Great detail, and this is why I think I will be saving up and using these guys as my as the figures from York Army. I just, yeah, it's a bit hard to get better on perfection with these sculpts, but the Oldhammer ones are just so much better than any, well, my opinion anyway, any of the modern ones that you see nowadays. And just a bit there on the sheath of his other chopper, on his blade, and then just a little bit on the boot around there. So we've got to remember that we're painting these guys for like rank and file as well, so the mistake that I always made was to try and make every single figure a masterpiece, and that just blew up in my face because you never finish. You never ever finish. Well, I never did, and the only thing that I could seem to finish like that was Blood Bowl teams back in the day, and the old Blood Bowl teams used to come with 16 figures off the bat. Now you can see, I'll just paint the top of it, just here there is a knob of metal. Now that tells me that back in the day there was a shield attached to that, so I'm going to do a shield for him, and glue it to his back just there, like he's got his shield slung while he's letting loose with some arrows, or if you're more inclined to the Norse telling, then war wasps is a good way of saying it. But for that one, I want to do a separate video all to itself, because I'd like to actually crank out some green stuff and try to do the old 80's shields, like with the orc nose and the sun. So paint the sun and everything, but have the nose actually sticking out of the shield, like back in the day. And yeah, because that just looks awesome. Loved it back then, love it now. So yeah, that's on the cards. I think that'll be the video after this one, I'm pretty sure. Will be that shield. Now I'll just change brushes, because that loose hair on that other brush just give me the pip. So just get a nice point. Now I'm just going in with some shanty bone, just to highlight a wee bit on the wraps and things, trying to keep it so that the dark is still shining through on the wraps. And there's the coming around the other side now. Now I want to apologise too if I'm huffing and puffing a little bit in the camera today. It's just I think my blood pressure's playing up a little bit. Those that don't know, I had a heart attack a few weeks ago, and yeah, I've got a specialist appointment coming up soon, but yeah, just a little bit breathless today, so yeah, I apologise if I'm huffing and puffing into the camera. That's always a horrible thing. Oh, here, I've done it again. I just stuck my thumb right in the shot, so that was probably for all that's just I've just painted. So oh dear, just nothing's coming together today. But oh, I've got to move over a little bit, I think. Here we go. Ah, that's better. Ah, there we go. I think I should get like a painting mat or something, but paint a giant X on it where I've got to put the figure so it's in shot nice, and then paint around the legs of the camera, so that way I don't move it and I just get nothing but my thumb in there. There we go. Yeah, happy with that, looking good. Alright, I had to cut off real quick then because I needed to cough. And there's nothing worse than listening to somebody cough into a microphone. Okay, so we've done the shanty bone and laid that up a little bit. For a comedy of errors today, I'm quite happy with how he's turning out so far. So I'm going to hit him with some Wargross green. I would have showed off and used Goblin green, but I'm out. I ran out in, oh dear, probably about 92. So yeah, again, we're just going to put a nice coat on here. Just so that awesome, what's it called again? That awesome wash that we just used from the 80's called War Green. still shows through in the deep recesses of our Oldhammer boy. So just I think like my style is actually like I know I'm a block painter. I know that because I block in a colour and then block in another one. But when I'm doing highlights and stuff like this, it's almost like a heavy dry brush sort of thing. So you're just catching the edge and then flicking it quickly over the top of the mini. So that way it hits and stays on, but you still get, like where the deep parts are, that wash showing through. So like under here for instance, I just want it so I can show you guys so this is elbow and that done, and then just so that way that line, I hope that comes out and it wasn't blocked by the holder. Maybe I should get some thinner holders, that might be better. That way you guys can see a bit better. Like in the old, I've got one here actually, a old Humbrol pop and a bit of glue tack, and that was the that was the holders that I used for years and years and years. And then one Christmas I got one of these holders for Christmas, and yeah, I went out and bought 4 more because I found them quite comfortable. But little did I know I would be trying to paint on YouTube back then. But that sounds like a double-edged sword, because that sounds like a huge double-edged sword, because then I'd have me meaty fist in shot all the time. Nobody wants to see that. I want to see the mini. There we go. Oh. Yeah, so just like a heavy sort of dry brush, and get that elbow and get up the top of the shoulder. Just so grab a bit more and smack it on, definitely around the elbow, because yeah, you can get a lot of light hitting there. I'm actually looking forward to doing the face. I'm really pumped about that actually. So here's the forearm done. Underneath, just make sure that's in shot still. Oh, I hope none of this has gone out of focus, I really do. This is the first time I've done a painting video with the new rig that I got the other day to do the battle report, but I don't know what I'm going to do now that light's bloody just popped, went the way of the dodo. I've seen some battle reports and that, and people have had those huge lights, but yeah, we're on a bit of a budget here at Solo Oldhammer Gaming, so that's not to say if any lighting companies want to send me some lights to do my battle report, I can send them back. That's not a problem. Oh, I hope you guys saw that. I didn't have the stupid base of the handle in the way the whole time. But, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, this is just going to the pits. Like I said, we soldier on, onward and upward, and that Oldhammer Mountain. Alright, now the face. Oh yeah. Yeah, I am looking forward to doing it. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm really happy with that. I usually do the faces first on any figure that I do, because I don't know, it might seem a bit weird, but it gives them character. Like when their faces are done, the character of the figure really comes out for me. Like the expression and any looks that they've got, anything like that. It really comes out in the face. And then they're an individual figure then, and like around these cheeks and that, just beautiful, lovely. I think you can see why now, guys, that I'll be making this army out of the 80's orc and goblin figures, just because. And a lot of them will be metal. If I can get my hands on some of those old Warhammer Regiments figures, like, they'll be good for rank and file foot troops, especially the like just with hand weapons and stuff like that. The shields on those were quite nice actually. They had a moon and a sun as well. Actually, they did have a sun, and it did pop out a little bit, so that's pretty cool. I forgot about those. I had a packet of those once. It's the same set that I got most of my North Star Wars. Well, made them into North Star Wars because they had that really cool heads with the helmets on, so they could be used for either. There we go. So there's the skin on. Oh, missed a little bit there. It's still a little bit dark. Not as lighten that up a bit. There we go. But actually, I'm really happy with that Wah flesh wash. I wasn't too sure at the start because, well, let's face it, I haven't seen that colour in about 20 years. So it's actually nice to come across it. There we go. I'm pretty happy with how he's coming out. Looking very orky. Awesome. So we've just got a few details to finish off now. Like his fangs and a blob in there for red for his eyes, and just got to base him, and our first orc's done. Very happy with how this guy's coming out. Not happy with how the video's going though. I'll take the good with the bad, I suppose. Cool, back in a sec. Okay, I've just had the most amazing conversation with myself. I was talking to you guys, but I forgot to hit record. So it just goes on and on. But here he is. Just got to be based. I've done his boots. I did that in Ironbreaker, and Mephiston red for the eyes, and just a little bit of Screaming Skull for his fangs. And our first Orc Archer is done. I'll give him a quick base, and then yeah, we'll come back with how he's looking at the end. So welcome back, Oldhammers, and here is our finished Orc. He's been based up, and yeah, really happy. Not happy with the way the video was done, but really happy with how he's turned out. Quite happy. Looking good. Looking very orky. So that's our first archer down for our 1,000 points. So we need a minimum of 20 of these guys. So that's one down, and 19 to purchase undercoat and paint. But we'll get there. We will get there in the end. But yeah, I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers and any comments I get. I'll always answer back comments. Yeah, you guys take the time to write a comment, so the least I should do is take the time to reply. But thanks very much for watching the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and join me for the the next could be a disaster when I do his shield for his back. So that'll be the next video. So that bit sticking out there at the back, just let's see if I can, yeah, just there. Yeah, when I want my finger in there, I can't get it at the right place. That's Murphy's Law. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and yeah, thanks for sticking around and climbing that Oldhammer mountain together, and stay cool, stay Oldhammer.